From haunted houses to cursed artifacts, from whispers in the dark to battles you'll never read in scripture. This is the Unholy Podcast, hosted by Doug Owen, author, investigator, and survivor of one of the most harrowing real-life hauntings ever documented. Each week, Doug pulls back the veil between this world and the next, sharing stories that aren't fiction, because he lived them. Prepare yourself. The silence is over.
All right, welcome back to the Unholy Podcast. I am your host, author Doug Owen. Each week we peel back the layers of the unknown, sharing real stories, cold truths, and unexpected encounters that leave behind more than just goosebumps. If you've ever had the sense of something that was watching you, if you've heard whispers in the silence, or if you've wondered if your house is really just settling, then you're in the right place. Today's episode is part 3 of our special series, What to Do When You Encounter Paranormal Activity. And this one may just be the most practical and the most unnerving. So light a candle, close that closet door, let's begin. So in the first segment here, I want to talk about recognizing the experiences. And let's start with the moment it hits you. That spine-tingling realization that something's off, something's weird, doesn't really feel right. Maybe the lights flicker, maybe the shadows move without reason. Maybe the room gets ice cold, and you swear you just felt something behind you breathe. Now, I'm not here to tell you to panic. In fact, don't. That's the first rule. Stay calm. Spirits, entities, or whatever you believe they are, tend to feed off emotional energy, especially fear. Fear amplifies the moment. And, to be honest, fear, it opens door. A wide door. So, if you don't want to open any doors, stay calm. So breathe, observe, and log everything. Time, place, who was present, what you felt. This isn't ghost hunting, it's documentation, and the first step in protecting your space. Segment 2 that I want to talk about are common mistakes to avoid. People tend to do one of two things. Either deny it outright, chalk it up to imagination. Oh, it didn't happen. Wasn't real. I was hallucinating. Or engage it blindly. Talk to it, provoke it, even welcome it. I've seen both of these happen. Both of those are a dangerous path. Let me tell you something I've learned the hard way in the unholy silence. Some doors, once opened, they do not close easily. You don't need to yell at the spirit or demand it leave. That's not bravado, that's bait. What do you need? You need discernment. Is this a one-off moment, or has something shifted in your home? Do objects move? Do dreams change? Does the silence feel heavier? Write it down. Don't act yet. We'll talk about that in future episodes, but and I do go deep into methods into my book for those who want to prepare. Segment 3, the nature of haunted objects. Some of you have asked, can an object carry a haunting? The short answer is yes. The long answer is hell yes. I run Authentic Haunted, where I curate and research objects with curses and attachments, or allegedly cursed and attached. So let me be clear. Some items are just spooky. Some are story carriers. They've been touched, used, and gifted with energy. They come into your home like a Trojan horse. If you've had recent activity after bringing home a new antique, a doll, mirror, hell, even a picture frame, you might have brought a problem with you. No need to freak out and burn it. Don't burn it, ever. Just so you know that, don't ever burn it. Again, that's for another episode, but take note. And if you're unsure, quarantine the object, put it in a box, isolate it, and monitor what happens. And remember to document everything. Keep everything documented. Segment 4 I want to talk about here is the emotional impact and vulnerability. Let's talk about the unseen scars. Encounters don't just scratch your walls, they scratch your mind. I've spoken to people like the woman in Boise who heard whispers through her baby monitor, or the vet in Montana who refused to enter the kitchen after dark. These weren't just oddities, they changed how people lived. Fear isolates, and isolation feeds the phenomenon. So talk to someone, and again, document it, write it down. Don't internalize it. The darker it feels inside, the more it welcomes what wants to stay. I'll say that again. Don't internalize it. The darker it feels, the more it welcomes what wants to stay. Segment 5, spiritual awareness and boundaries. Now, I don't want to get too deep into religious practices here. Everyone has different beliefs, but know this. Spiritual boundaries matter. Whether you pray, meditate, smudge with sage, or set firm intentions in your home, do something that declares ownership of your space. A haunting doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean you're cursed. But it does mean something sees you. Don't let it believe you're blind to it. That is very important. And again, as I say before, make sure you document if something occurs. Segment 6, closing thoughts and a preview. So, we've just scratched the surface, friends, in the unholy silence. I share not only what happened in our home, but how we survived it, what worked, what didn't, and the silence that followed. But here's the thing. What happened to me isn't just my story anymore. It's happening everywhere, maybe even to you. So here's the takeaway. Stay calm, stay aware, trust your instincts, and never, ever ignore the silence. So next Friday, we'll dive into cleansing methods that backfire. A real talk about why not every blessing is a blessing and how bad cleansing made my situation worse, much, much worse. So if you enjoyed this episode, subscribe to the Unholy Podcast and share it with someone who's been asking questions about the strange things going on in their home. And don't forget, if you've had enough, reach out. You can find more of my story, press materials, and real cursed objects at authorDougOwen.com. And my books, including The Unholy Silence, are available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Lulu, wherever books are sold worldwide. Until next time, stay alert, stay grounded, and don't trust the silence.
You've just heard another chilling chapter of the Unholy Podcast, hosted by Doug Owen, author, investigator, and witness to the things most feared to name. For more real stories, cursed objects, and exclusive content, step deeper into the dark at authorDougOwen.com. Subscribe, share, and remember, some silences aren't empty, they're waiting.